unfortunately, sometimes it seems as though some people are forced to come into venues like this and really just, I guess, toe some line of whatever's going on over there sometimes. And I'm going to refer to a historical event that happened here in the city of Los Angeles. And the reason why I think that we should 245 this, and the reason why I support it, is because right now, in my opinion, the Department of Water and Power is dealing with decisions of making rate increases of upwards of 20% over time without transparency. I do agree that we need to go in a greener direction. However, at the same time, at this point in time, I can't trust that the Department of Water and Power is going to efficiently and responsibly use the people's green properly with this increase as it's spelled out today. So I'll give you a case in point. When I chaired the committee that now Jan Perry chairs, that oversees issues like this and is brought into the council, I uncovered the fact that, and I spoke about it here on the floor, I got a hold of a letter that was signed by the then head of the Department of Water and Power, David Freeman, who happens to be the head of the Department of Water and Power again today. And in that letter, it talked about how a mitigation project was only going to cost about, capping out at about $150 million for that mitigation project. Today, that mitigation project is costing the ratepayers of Los Angeles upwards of $450 million. What I also uncovered years after David Freeman's letter, where he convinced by sitting here verbally and reading his letter to the city council, said it should be capping out at about $150 million. So the city council voted and said that's fine. Today, that same project is costing upwards of $450 million. What I also uncovered at that time was the fact that Mr. Freeman had a report by the Parsons organization that did a fine report, and they said it could cost as much as $450 million. But he did not tell the council that. He only told the council that it might cost as much as $150 million, but did not tell the council that he was in possession of a report that said it could cost as much as $450 million. And lo and behold, it is costing us upwards of $450 million. But the council at that time was only privy to the idea that it could cost $150 million. That's the main reason why we need to 245 this. That's the main reason why we as the city council, the elected body of the city, the legislative body, has oversight on these matters of the Department of Water and Power. There's a reason for that. And today is a glaring reason for that. Sometimes good people at the Department of Water and Power are forced to carry the water of some agenda that is not exposed until we start peeling it back, peeling back, and then finally get down to the truth. And my last point is this. The Department of Water and Power can convene the board of the Department of Water and Power and actually agendize and vote on an issue that we can agree on, which is the 0.8 cents increase.